Hi, I'm Nigel and this is Zach. This is the first of a two-part video on how to set up and run a men's breakfast and Bible study time using Precept 40-minute studies. You know, Proverbs 27 verse 17 says, "Iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another," meaning one guy can be used to improve and develop his friend spiritually. There may be the occasional friction and sparks, but the end result will be worth it.
Here are the first 5 steps. And number 1, we have pray. We know prayer is really important. In fact, statistics show that the number of Christian men in the UK is declining in comparison to that of the ladies. And so prayer is essential when setting up a group. Not only for those attending, but it could also be for perseverance in setting up a group. Pray about whether God is actually calling you to start a study for men. Pray about and then talk it through with your local pastor. Pray about maybe where, when, how often to meet and what study to do, and start praying for those you invite to join you.
Number 2, find a suitable venue and decide on the best time to meet. Depending on the numbers you envisage coming will lead you to select the most appropriate venue, which could be somebody's home, your local church, or a local coffee shop. Some pubs or lounges may even be a more well-attended location for men. But it's important that it is a place where you can focus on the study at hand. We meet in our local church, which works really well. And from our experience, we found meeting monthly 6 times a year is right for us, with a social gathering to kick it off. We meet in October and November, and then from January through to April. In other words, 6 times a year. You need to know your own group of men and plan appropriately.
Number 3, decide if you are going to meet in person, online, or both. We recognise that meeting in person is best. However, we know that some men have particularly busy work schedules, and so this could restrict those who might wish to join but can't, because of how far they live away, or maybe they have other responsibilities. Also, they may need to stay at home to look after children, or may even be housebound. In our own case, we meet as a hybrid study, with some meeting in person and others joining online. We found that the more options you provide, the more chance you have to guys turning up, and creating a good community atmosphere also leads to better attendance amongst men.
You know, the most tricky option though is to meet as a hybrid study. If this is your decision, then make sure all your IT works really well. You may wish to consider buying a special speaker microphone which will greatly enhance the experience for attendees, and also having a large screen to project onto so that those who meet in person can readily see those online. It would be important for you to set up a practice meeting in advance to check that everything is working as you want it to, and we put a link to the speaker microphone that we use in the notes below. Number 4, select a study. Precept 40-minute study series work really well for a men's group. They're 6 lessons long and cover a wide range of excellent topics for men. We meet 6 times a year, studying 1 lesson each time we meet. And we meet on the last Saturday of the month from 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning, in October, November, January through to April, as I said. A really good one to start with is this one called How Do You Walk the Walk You Talk? Or you may want to consider this one, Ignite Your Passion for God, but there are many options for you.
Number 5, recruit a co-leader and invite people. If you can, get a co-leader to help you. Sharing the burden will do just that and will be a great encouragement to you. And then you can start to invite people to your study. Use all the means at your disposal, actually asking people in person, using WhatsApp or text messages, Facebook, Instagram, or other social media channels. It is important to remember that although you are inviting guys to study His Word, the main focus of any invitation needs to include growing in your personal relationship with Jesus. There is a whole difference between inviting guys to study the Bible as opposed to inviting them to invest in growing their own relationship with Jesus.
So, there we have it. 5 simple points to help you start a men's Bible study. In the next video, we're going to talk about actually how to run the men's meeting itself. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. You won't want to miss it, and thanks so much for watching.